Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Let's wrap the men's bodice. You will need the following or any CAD software of your choice. I will be using QCAD. These are the measurements needed. Neck circumference, measure at the base of the neck. Across front, measure between the left and right front underarm point. Chest circumference, measure around the widest part of the chest. Waist circumference, measure around the smallest part of the torso at the same level as the elbows. Shoulder to waist, measure from the side of the neck to the waist. Waist to hip, measure around the widest part of the hips. Across shoulder, measure from shoulder tip to shoulder tip. Across back, measure between the left and right back underarm point. Neck to waist, measure from the side of the neck to the waist. I will add 4 centimeters ease to the chest and the hip and 2 centimeters at the waist. You can change it to your liking. Let's start with the back. Draw a rectangle with a length of back neck to waist measurement and a width of chest divided by 4. Square across at the midpoint. This is the armhole line. Measure neck divided by 16 vertically and make a point. Measure neck divided by 5 horizontally and make a point. Connect the lines. Join the 2 points with a diagonal line. Draw a line to meet the diagonal line at a 45-degree angle. Make a curve that passes through the midpoint of that line. This is the back neckline. Divide this line by 3 and square across with a length of half across back measurement. Square down, then join the endpoints of the 2 lines. Draw a line to the midpoint of the previous line. Mark the midpoint on this line. Measure half the across shoulder from this corner and make a point. Square down with a short line. This is just a guideline. Mark across shoulder divided by 10 on this line. This is the shoulder slope. Connect the lines. This is the shoulder line. Draw a curve that touches the points as shown. This is the back armhole. And onto the front. Draw a rectangle with a length of front neck to waist measurement and a width of chest divided by 4. Measure the length from the waistline. Draw the armhole line and across front line at the same level as the ones on the back borders. For the front neckline, divide the neck measurement by 5 and mark a point horizontally and vertically and connect them with lines. Draw a line to the midpoint of the previous one. Mark the midpoint and join the points with a curve. This is the front neckline. Measure half of the across front measurement and make a point. Just like on the back borders, square down from the across front point and connect with a line. Draw another line to the midpoint of the previous one and mark its point. Measure half of the across shoulder from this corner and make a point. Square down with a short line. This is just a guideline. Mark across shoulder divided by 10 on this line. This is the shoulder slope. Connect the lines. Connect the points with a curve. This is our front armhole. Measure waist to hip from the waistline and connect the lines. It is good practice to make a waist length block first, then add the desired length from the waist down. Now we need to check the curves for smooth alignment. Check the front and back armhole at the shoulder seam. Do the same for the front and back armhole at the underarm line. If you want a slim fit block, mark a quarter of the waist and hip measurements and connect with a smooth curve. Now we will add the seam allowance, notches and labels. At the across back line, make 2 notches and 1 on the front. Label the back and front, and it is also a good idea to add the date as well. I have added 1 centimeter seam allowance except for the center back, which will be cut on fold, and center front, which will have an opening, and also added a 2 centimeter hem allowance. And we are done. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and share. Until next time, bye.